Hare Krishna. When some people come to us expressing their interest to advance in spiritual life, they also have to equally deal with their material situation, such as their job, family, friends, relatives, habits, etc. And when they have to accept spiritual life and follow certain prescriptions, there seems to be a contradictory situation between what they have been addicted to or they have been doing and then what they have to do now. So they sometimes ask this question, how do we balance these two? Should we give up altogether everything, whatever we have been doing, and then follow what you are asking us to do? Or is there any balance between these two? Sometimes this is a very important question, especially for people who are practicing, who wants to practice Krishna conscious principles. Fundamentally, what we need to understand is this: the spiritual life and material life, they cannot go together. It is not something which you can, one thing you can do and the other thing also you can do along with it. We have to fix our goals. First of all, either we want to realize our true identity as a spirit soul, or we wanted to pursue our goals, but we want to be a little bit spiritual, be a little religious. Many people have this struggle because their goal is not clear. If the goal is, no, I want to enjoy material life, but if by going to God, by being a little religious, I can enjoy my life better, that is why I have come here. And that is one route. This is called, according to scripture, dharma, artha, kama. That means I follow religious principles so that I get Ardha. Ardha means necessary facilities to fulfill my desires. This is called dharma, artha, kama. But there is also something called moksha. Moksha means when you are vexed with dharma, artha, kama, enjoyment, you get fed up with this enjoyment spirit and finally you come to the point of moksha. So this is one route. So if you want to take this route, that is different. But if you want to take up a purely spiritual route. What is a purely spiritual route? Whatever material facilities that I have, even those facilities can be engaged in God's service, Krishna's service, is a purely spiritual route. So the confusion comes how to balance material and spiritual because of lack of proper understanding of what we want to do. If you want to be a spiritualist, there is a direction. What is the direction? You don't have to give up anything. You can use whatever that you have and serve God with all that you have. Somebody may be a rich man, he can serve God with his riches. Somebody is a poor man, he can serve God being a poor man. It's not necessary that you have to change your material situation to worship God and to become a devotee of God. So this is a pure spiritual path. And what is a pure material path? That is, whatever facility I have, I will use it for my own gratification. And if God is also helping me, I will use God also for my gratification of the senses. That is a purely material path. So that is why this confusion is only for those who did not decide what they want to do. It's like, I want best of both worlds. It's like saying that I want a cool breeze when I'm encircled with fire around me. How do you expect a cool breeze when you are encircled by fire? Either you be in fire or you be in cool atmosphere. Both are not possible. So these two desires are mutually contradicting desires. If you want to be a spiritual person, you will not miss anything. This is something that our problem is that if I become totally spiritual, I may lose anything. I may lose my family. No, none of these things have to be lost. Everything can be accommodated in God's service. Everything is embraced in God's service. So, probably this question, how to balance, comes because of fear of losing certain comforts. That is where such question comes. No, there is no need to lose any comforts. Then what about some of the practices? These practices are little too tough for me. Nobody is forcing anybody to take up these practices out of fear. You can set a goal that I want to naturally move forward in Krishna consciousness. I want to naturally follow the rules and regulations of God consciousness. So you may take any amount of time to come to the standard of following proper rules and regulations of spiritual life. The struggle comes when we put ourselves a goal. Within 2 months I have to become spiritual. Within a year I have to become a spiritual advanced person. But your attachment to material life is too long. It doesn't happen like that. So don't put any such quick goals to become either spiritual or to go in the other direction. So, in essence, the solution is that be fixed in your goal. And what is the goal? The goal is always better to be a spiritual personality and be a servant of God, worship God. This is always a better goal than using gods for our own pleasures. Many people go to temples and worship God, but they ask benedictions from the Lord to increase their sense gratification or increase their enjoyment spirit. That is not a very good thing. So we have to set a goal of pleasing God. And God is not forcing us to please Him with a certain time limit. He is completely giving us independence. He first of all wants us to develop a taste for pleasing God. So in this way, when we develop taste for pleasing God, naturally whatever rules and regulations that we need to follow, we will naturally follow them without any fear, without any sense of expectation, something in return. We will happily follow these things. So this is our opinion, that if you want to balance material and spiritual life, first thing that you need to do is fix up what your goal is. Thank you.